the castle, and the riches.
What use have you for a shriveled-up dead princess?
Quiet, you. She does make a good point. 100 years? What could be left after 100 years?
Well, of course there is magic involved. How else could it be explained? But if you don't want the map, I can send it to someone else.
No, I'll take it. Right.
Pleasure doing business with you, Captain. Perhaps we will run into each other again.
Milady? Nancy? I worked up quite a thirst doing business with that one. Let's go wet our whistles at the Three Goats and make our plans.
I still say that princess is dead.
You say a lot of things.
Dinner, Mr. Cooper?
Yes, lad, it was quite delicious. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Cooper. I'll tell Mother. Mother, Mr. Cooper says this stew is delicious.
Thank you, Cooper. You come back tomorrow and eat your stew. Here you go, lad.
Thank you. I'll be with you in just a minute.
Don't hurry.
Nancy? That none of my manners rubbed off on you. You do not mock others. Unless there's an advantage in doing so. Now, let's look at this map and see what it's got. Nancy, what do you see when you look at this map?
I see a dead princess. I don't see nothing but a bunch of gnats.
Curse that woman! When I find her, I'm going to make sure her death is slow, painful, and very, very painful. Yeah.
Sorry to keep you waiting. What can I bring you? How did you make it do that?
Make what do what?
The map. I've never seen anything like it.
This map. What exactly do you see when you look at this map?
Well, I see an arrow pointing me in which direction to go. Over this river and through these woods. And please don't think I'm deaf, but I believe that I hear a voice.
Well, my boy, I'd be very happy to tell you about this here map. However, the two of us are very thirsty and could do with a couple of ales. Perhaps you could bring us some, and I'll tell you a little story.
Okay. Mother, do you see that man over there?
The gentleman with that crazy looking gal.
Yes. Well, would it be all right if... Can I take a little bit of a break and sit with him for a bit?
Well, it looks like they're all taken care of for the moment. I don't suppose I can handle things for a bit of your own son. Are they famous or something?
Oh, yes, I forgot. 2 ales, please.
All right, go to that for Mr. Cooper first, and we'll be set for a spell.
I think this map may only be visible to certain people. Perhaps we may be able to use this land to lead us to the treasure. What do you think?
I think he might be fooling with the captain. And if he is,
Yeah, perhaps. But he seems rather innocent and unworldly to be trying to fool the likes of me. Let's engage him further and see what we can find out.
My mother says I can take a little bit of a break and sit with you for a bit.
Very kind of her, I'm sure. What's your name, lad?
Merrick, sir.
Merrick, allow me to introduce myself. I am Captain Sinker, and this is my sister McGill. Ah,
the name's Lil, Captain Stinker.
don't call me that!
So, what shall I call you?
Well, everyone knows her as Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy, we just fine.
Mary. Don't mind her, she's just a bit daft. Let me show you the map again, but, do you think maybe you can act as if you were just looking at an ordinary map? Not give us away.
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell me exactly what you see.
Well, I see us three sitting at a table. This table. And I see 3 arrows pointing me in which direction to go.
And you said earlier that you heard a voice.
Yes. Sounds like she's waiting for you.
Did you hear that? She's waiting for us.
Yeah, she's waiting because she can't move because she's dead.
Who's dead? What kind of map is this?
Oh, no need to be concerned, my boy. Nobody's dead. Please, have a seat. Have you ever heard the story of the princess who was being held captive?
I think so. My mother used to tell me a story about a princess that was being held against her will. It was said that she was being held in a castle controlled by an evil magician. There was a map, but only the true of heart and destined to marry her could read the map. He used to follow the map, marry the princess, and then the castle and the riches would be his. Is this that map?
Merrick, your break is over. I need your help now, son.
Okay, Mother.
Wait, Merrick. You understand what this means, don't you, boy?
Well,
It means that we were destined to meet up. It means that you've been chosen, my boy. It means that you must accompany us on our adventure to rescue the princess. Pardon me, ladies, gentlemen. I was just telling this lad a story, you see, and I got a bit carried away. Mary, why don't you see to your work and I'll talk to your mother for a bit? Yes. Ma'am, may I have a word?
Of course. Would you like to hear the specials today? We have lovely mini stews.
No, actually, I would like to speak to you about your son. You see, the two of us are currently on a quest of great importance to rescue a princess in grave danger and can very much use Mary's help.
A princess. Merrick's help.
I'm afraid I cannot divulge the details now. However, I can tell you that your son possesses unique skills that are imperative to the success of our mission.
Unique skills. My son.
Oh yes, he really is one of a kind.
Oh, please, Mother. You know how I've always wanted to go on an adventure. I'm sure Daniel Williams will help find the way. Remember when I helped the Williams family while Mr. Williams was sick? I'm sure they would return the favor.
Well, I don't even know your name.
Oh my goodness, pardon my manners. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Captain Singer, and this is my sister, Lil McGill. Lil McGill. I'm just one moment.
Nancy.
Well, what is it? McGill and Nancy.
Well, everyone knows hers. Oh, just call her Nancy.
And you? What are you the captain of?
That's a very funny story. Well, you see, I have temporarily lost command of my ship. A little misunderstanding, but I assure you, madam, that we are on an honorable quest of the utmost importance.
You walk out from not let him get hurt, put him in danger.
Of course, madam. I shall treat him as if he were my own son. I will leave with a lad, but I will return to you a man of perhaps considerable wealth. Do you fancy jewels, madam?
Oh. Are you sure you want to go there?
Oh, please, Mother.
All right, you better go upstairs and pack your things. I'll send
ridiculous, of course not.
You better be true to your word, Captain, or them jewels you were speaking about, they might just be yours on a chopping block.
When she said jewels, did she?
I must make a decision now. Quickly, or it will be too late. Yes, ending my life is the only way to solve everyone's problems. Even if I am the only one that is aware that the problem exists. Who is there?
It is only I, my lord, Jacob. I've been searching for you nigh an hour. Your father is asking that you come back to the house immediately.
Why? Has something happened?
We've received word that Lady Brianna will be arriving early.
Oh, this is terrible news.
I thought you would be happy to hear this news, my lord. What is the matter?
I cannot marry.
Not marry the Lady Brianna? But, my lord, you have known her since you were a boy. I know you have not seen her for many years, but I hear she is a handsome young woman who will make you proud as a wife.
It matters not to me that she is beautiful.
Then what could it... It's not another woman, is it? I have not seen you with another.
No, Jacob, not another one.
Then why would you not marry her, my lord?
Of course. I'm meeting Mother Never's soon-to-be bride. Of course I will marry her. Just give me a few moments here alone to think, and I will return to the house to her.
As you wish, my lord.
Oh, and Jacob, please say nothing of this conversation to anyone.
Of course not, my lord.
But that decides it then. I must do it now, forever live alive, and make my poor Brianna miserable. I can never tell her that I prefer the company of men, that I'm not in the least bit attracted to the most beautiful of women. Oh God! Why did you create me such an aberration? If anyone knew, it would shame my family and I would be banished. Others would look at me as if... I must not dwell on it now. I must make it look like an accident, so as not to raise alarm in Jacob, and so as not to shame my family. I could trip on that rock and fall on my sword. Yes, I must fall on my sword. It is the only way. Who is there? Jacob? I demand you identify yourself, whoever you are.
No need for violence, my good man. We are but 3 travelers on our way to the inn in yonder village.
Then why are you not so low in service of the village?
Well, I can tell that you're a man of breeding and wealth, so I trust we may tell you. The 3 of us are currently in possession of a certain valuable property that may be of interest to highwaymen. We had hoped to take the less traveled roadways in order to avoid such disreputable persons.
You would do well to be on your way then, before nightfall.
Thank you, sir. Excuse me, but are you very capable with a sword?
Of course. I have been tutored since I could hold a small dagger. Why do you ask?
No, Captain, I can protect us.
Quiet you. The 3 of us are currently setting out requests of great importance and maybe need some protection from those who try to stop us. We can do with the sword for them. Oh my goodness. Let me introduce myself. I am Captain Sinker, and this is my sister.
The name's Nancy.
Yes, Nancy. And this is our new friend Merrick. And you are?
My name is Minty. Now, you mentioned a quest. What sort of quest?
Have you ever heard the story of the princess who was being held captive?
I do recall a story of a princess who was held against her will. She was held captive in a tower controlled by an evil magician. There was supposed to be a map that showed where she lived. Men searched for it for 100 years but never found it. That story?
Yes. Well, we have a map.
You have the map.
Yes, we have the map. And if you're interested on going on a little adventure, we can put you in on the riches, by the way, he who rescued the princess.
The dead princess.
Let me think of it. An adventure? An adventure? Yes, that could solve all my problems. It would certainly be much more honorable than the alternative. Yes, I will come in. Oh, but I need to leave a note for my father. And I don't seem to have anything to leave a note with. Have any of you something?
I have something that you can use. I promised my mother that I would write to her, so she gave me a few things. Okay. Oh,
What did you go into that for? It was just only one of those you left for.
Yes, but we may be needed some protection, dear sister. We have to actually reach our destination in order to collect the reward.
He is going to be a lot harder to kill than that story episode.
I have faith in you, my dear. I'm sure you'll find a way.
And I'm sure you're right there, Captain Stinker.
Don't call me that.
All right, all finished. Now, where to leave it?
why don't you take it to your father and then meet us in the village?
No, I need to leave it somewhere where he won't find it for a while, or else he might try and stop me. When I'm gone, my father will eventually think to look here. Not only did my servant Jacob just see me here, but he knows I often come out here to think. We'll place it right here, and leave my lavalier on top of it, so the wind doesn't carry it away.
Well, Vincent, I take it you know your way around this area. Why don't you take us to the quickest route to the nearest inn? I could do with an hour or two.
Yes. Well, we should start off this way.
Tonight is going to be a good night.
If you did not know who I was,
you care for another go?
No, I think I might go help Pearl and Camille in the kitchen with dinner.
Really? You know, usually, you'd rather hide up in your room, set foot in the kitchen. How's the needlework going?
Needlework. I think Camille might actually give up on me. My needlework looks like that.
Elena, look what I found! Look at it! What is it?
Pearl,
Camille, I think you'd better come in here.
Pearl, weren't you in the kitchen with your mother?
No, I was in the garden.
What is that? Is it disease? What is that bump on it?
It's like nothing I've ever seen before. And look right here. Looks like there's another color inside. What is all this noise about? I just looked in it. Oh my.
It has started, yes?
Yes, it has started. But why has it started, Mother? Grigori, you've been teaching Elena to fight again, haven't you? Grigori, when you learn the ability to use the sword will be useless to her. Nay, detrimental when the time comes. When the Map Reader arrives, he will be expecting a princess, not someone who can meet in a sword fight. And now this. It won't be long now. Does this mean the Map Reader is on his way? That the garden is going to bloom?
That the spell will be broken?
Yes, to both of you. It will not be long now that there are buds in the garden. When we start to see flowers, we'll know he's very close. Now, I'm going in to finish dinner. Grigori, will you please see to a fire in the dining room?
Oh, of course.
Girls, I will leave you to set the table. But, Elena, you must first change out of these clothes and into something more suitable to your station.
Yes, Camille.
I will see you both in 10 minutes.
Your mother can be quite the ruler when she wants to be.
Yes, she can. You should know that by now. Elena?
Pearl, aren't you supposed to start setting the table?
Elena, how long do you think you've been here?
Well, I kept track for a while, but it just didn't seem worth counting after the first 20 years. Let's see. When my father died, I was 7.
And so was I.
Of course. So, we were here 11 years, aging at a normal rate, until I turned 18. And then Father's spell began, and the map came alive, and I don't know, 100 years could have passed. But what does it matter? My father thought that I was so ugly that no man would ever want to marry me. So he had to trick one into coming here, thinking I was a princess.
That's not true, Elena. Your father loved you very much and knew you to be beautiful. He was afraid that others would not see your beauty, that they would only see the
mark of my birth? The birthmark on my face, that is what you cannot say. It is all right, Pearl. I have lived with it my entire life. It does not bother me. But why does it have to define me? Why did my father have to go to such lengths to assure that I would have a man to marry?
Your father saw how cool the world is. He enchanted the map so only the truest of heart could read it. He wanted to weed out those motivated by greed because, let's face it, Elena, you're a very lovely woman, and the man who wears you will require great riches.
Yes, but I do not come with a title. The man who reads the enchanted map expects to find a princess, and I am not a princess, nor am I anything that any man would expect to find at the end of a treasure hunt.
Elena, you are a beautiful, intelligent woman. Your father was an intelligent, loving man who wanted only the best for you. My mother has been your tutor your entire life, and Grigori, our trusted protector, charged with defending us with his life. Let me ask you, how could you have been more loved? How could your father have provided for you more, required But you forget that there are others around with you. My mother, Gregory, and me. We have all been subject to the same spell. None of us have aged since you and I both turned 18. We have all remained within the confines of the castle walls with no expectation of going beyond. Until now. Lena, it is time that we all play our part and see what will be. I will go start the table settings. You go up and change your clothes, and perhaps we will both see what flowers look like very soon.
Nancy, why must you always be so violent in public?
He looked at me funny.
You only have one eye.
Oh, now he is not.
Why are we stopping?
Because this is where the map ends.
What? We're in the middle of nowhere.
There's nothing here. The map ends blank.
Maybe. Maybe this is where the princess died.
It seems to me that there's something here that we are able to find. The map would not have led us here simply to go blank. There must be something around here to help us to continue on our quest. Look around you. What seems out of place?
Hey, madam. You are quite correct. The map hasn't led you into the middle of nowhere, merely being stranded. You were just at the first impasse.
And you are, sir?
It matters not what other may call me. What matters is I was the first to reach back at this point, but could not solve the riddle, and hence could not travel on.
Riddle? What riddle?
That must be what this is.
What is?
This picture on the map.
You have to touch it, but not yet.
Alright, so you're saying that you hope to hoard in on our party and reap the rewards that we have sacrificed so much to receive?
No, not at all. I hope to form a partnership with the man you all hope to take advantage of.
Ah, but we are poor, and you are but one.
Correct you are. However, I believe I have a slight advantage. Now you three, move together. Closer. And you, what's your name?
Merrick, sir.
Fine, Merrick. Tie them all up. All together now. Hurry. I am not interested in harming your friends as long as you cooperate. I am only interested in following the map. You see, when no one else would see as much as an arrow, I was able to see complete pictures on the map. I know that it is I who is destined to be rewarded with whatever it is. Whether the rumors be true, maybe a princess being held captive, great riches, or just adventure. I believe that it is I who is destined to be rewarded with whatever it is.
But you could not get past this point. You said you could not solve the riddle. Seems as if you were not destined to continue on. You must have been deemed unworthy.
Perhaps. We shall see, shall we? Now, Merrick, is it?
Yes, sir.
I will not harm you, Merrick, nor will I harm your friends, for I have no reason to cause you injury. Do you believe me?
Yes, I do. What shall I call you?
You may call me Zach. It is as good as a name as I've been given. Now, let's look at the map. You may trust the picture now.
What is it there? What do you see?
It's the riddle. Go ahead, read it out loud.
A man tells his two sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. He says that who owns the slowest horse will win. Upon arguing for days, they go to a wise man's guidance. Upon receiving the wise man's guidance, they hop on their horses and ride as fast as they can to the city. slowest horse wins.
Yes,
And they rode as fast as they could.
that is correct. When I give the man my answer, it changes, but it is impossible to read.
What is your answer?
The wise man told them to switch horses.
Yes. Because one would own the slowest horse and one would be riding the slowest horse.
Of course.
But you are right. The picture is blurry and I cannot make it out.
Well, there you have it. It seems as if Merrick was not your charm after all. You still cannot read the map.
Untie us now, and I will gouge your eyes out.
Yes, Mr. Zagger. It appears as though your plan has not worked, so why don't you just bring the map over here and untie us and we can all have an ale and discuss what else we might find in the treasure.
What would you do if your fortune were to be decided on a horse race?
Well, my father is long dead, and I have never had a brother. But if I did have a brother, I believe that no amount of wealth or fortune would be able to come between us. I believe that my brother and I would walk our horses into town at the exact same time. That would force our father to decide a different way, a fairer way to divide his fortune.
Of course. Merrick, I was only thinking of winning, not of brotherly love. Merrick, let's look at the map. Nice work, lad. It is no longer blurry. Shall we be off?
Yes, well, you said that no harm would come to my friends. What if wolves or highwaymen or worse find them and hurt them and kill them?
Of course. Merrick, I've been waiting quite some time for this moment, and have a man prepaid by me awaiting in the next village. He will come sit with them, feed them, and defend them, until such time has passed that they will not be able to follow us anymore.
Okay. I'm sorry about this, but somebody has to save that poor princess.
No problem, Eric. I'm sure she'll appreciate it, but she won't because she's dead.
My problems.
You know, Nancy, if you spent a little less time locking those two and a little more time trying to get us out of here, we might just be able to follow them.
Well, what have we here?
Countess Varga, what are you doing here?
Well, Captain Stinker.
Don't call me that.
Do you really think you're the first person I ever sold that map to? I sold it so many times I lost count. I thought when I sold it to Zagger I had finally found the one who would read it. Imagine my disappointment when he got to this spot, only to be thwarted by a silly riddle. I've had to take that map back from many men, but he was by far the most difficult one. And now it seems our young friend, Merrick, has been able to help our Zagger to continue on. So, I must bid you adieu. Oh, and you know that man the one Zagger mentioned, who would come rescue you? Well, I'm afraid I must see to it that he never reaches you. He'll be dead before he even begins his journey out here. So sorry.
Maybe my problems will be solved after all.
That woman!
You should have let me gun her when I first had the chance.
Got her? I do not recall you ever asking me to got her.
Well, I
I did not.
did. Did you?
Did not.
Stop it!
This is none of your business, you puss-pool.
No, I mean, be quiet. I think I heard something. Over there.
Over where?
Over there.
Hello? Help us, over here. Help?
What are you doing out here all tied up?
I'm afraid we met with foul play. A highwayman stole some valuable property of ours and left us for dead. Would you please come untie us?
We are ever so grateful that you came along. Thank you for helping us. Is there something wrong?
No, it's just, you, look like someone I once knew.
Hurry, though. We haven't got all day.
Yes, sorry, it's just that these knots are quite different
so efficient about this whole time business.
You are hurt. What happened?
Well, I was not paying attention and tripped and fell on a rock.
I'm sure it'll heal quickly. I had to notice it.
How did you know my name?
I think one of the others did.
No, we didn't.
I'm sure he did.
And I'm sure we didn't.
Well, no, you didn't. I just didn't want to tell you how I knew because I didn't want to scare you. Yes, I didn't want to scare you.
Scare us. How exactly would you knowing your name scare us?
Well, sometimes I just know things. Some people think that makes me a witch.
You mean a warlock?
Yes. I mean a warlock. Yeah, I can't help it. I can just see someone and know their name. There, all done.
Okay. Tell me, Anna, what is your name, Matt?
Jack. My name is Jack.
Tell me, Jack, do you sometimes know things other than names?
Well, yes, I sometimes do.
Look, a bird. He has the sight. He might be useful to us.
Oh, no, Captain, we don't need nobody else.
I agree with you, Captain. I think we should ask him to come along with us.
All right, then. Jack, my boy! We are on a quest of considerable importance and could use the lad in our talents. How old are you, son?
I'm 18, sir.
18. Good, good. How would you feel about going on an adventure to rescue a princess?
Whoa, a princess? You left your home and your impending wedding to rescue a princess?
How did you know that?
Just that sight thing again.
I did not leave to rescue a princess, Jack. I left to provide protection to brave and motivated men. And her.
Surely be doing something other than standing around here talking about princesses that are probably dead anyways?
Quite right, Nancy. Let us be gone and after the scoundrel that stole our man.
Wait. Merrick and Zagger do not know that we are free, and neither does the Countess. And I dare say that with those two around, Merrick may need our help in the future. So I suggest we follow, but at a discreet distance, so as not to alert them of our presence.
Good plan, Vincent. We shall follow at a discreet distance. What is that?
It's a train! Elena, why do you insist on dressing like a commoner itching for a fight?
I asked Rory to help me work on my defensive moves. I need more practice.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. Your father would not go through all his elaborate preparations and leave you in my charge for you to meet your future husband dressed
you not think so?
Gregory, you startled me.
I'm sorry, Peter. I did not mean to startle you. Is it the birthmark?
Yes, I think that is most of it.
But I don't even notice it unless she mentions it.
This is because you have known her your entire life, and you see her every day. I'm afraid someone meeting her for the first
But
time.
that is why her father went to such lengths to see that only a man who can see true inner beauty can read the map. One who is wise, clever, and true enough to read the map would not reject her for the birthmark on her face.
Pearl, this flower and those that bloom in days to come will need water. Please go find a container and fill it with water. You can fill our home with beautiful flowers.
Yes, Mother.
You looked just now as if you had another worry. Something about Elena?
I have many worries, Cleo. I worry that while this man may be the one destined to marry Elena, love does not always bloom in an instant. Sometimes it can take a long time.
Yes, it can take many years.
We, you and I, have spent many years preparing for what is to soon come about. But what happens after? After the map reader arrives, do they leave or do they stay? After all, the legend promises a princess, a castle, and riches. Elena is no princess, but this is a castle, and there is gold set aside for the map reader when he arrives. What happens to Pearl?
I do not think we need to worry about Pearl. She's so excited to see the outside world, she can barely stay in her shoes.
Have you no concerns as to what happens after the spell is dissolved?
I have a great many concerns, Gregory. It has been 112 years since the death of Elena's father.
112 years. I stopped counting after 50.
I have enjoyed my time here with the four of us. It does not seem like 112 years. But, Gregory, how will we age when the spell no longer keeps us young?
Well, I guess I had always assumed that we would just begin aging at a normal rate again.
As did I. But now I'm not so sure. He never actually told me that. He just said that when Elena turned 18, we would all cease to age until the map reader arrived. And I have other concerns.
As do I. What happens to us?
Us?
Yes.
Well, I've changed my clothes. Must I stay this way until the map reader arrives?
Oh, Elena, you look beautiful. Doesn't she look beautiful, Gregory?
Why, yes, she does.
Will this do, Mother?
Oh, yes, that's perfect. Why don't you take Gregory and Elena out to the garden and see if you can find flowers that are about to bloom? You can pick them, bring them inside. They will bloom if they're waiting to see them.
Really?
Oh, yes. Why, there may even be more that bloom since you found this one.
Gregory, Elena, let's go! Please give us our contest. Who can find those flowers?
They all think this is the turning point, that this map reader will arrive and our lives will begin anew. But there is something you do not know, my dears. Something you didn't want me to know. But you finally told me on this deathbed. There is a downside to this spell. There may be more than one, but there is one that I know of.
Quickly, sit. We do not want to draw attention to ourselves.
I know I saw one here. We've been waiting outside for hours.
Well, they couldn't have just disappeared.
And they could have if there was magic involved.
No, they couldn't have.
They could too.
Could not.
Could too.
Could not.
Stop it, you two! The sign outside said this place is also an inn. They must merely be up in their room and have taken lodging for the night. I think they will come down shortly to supper. We need to make sure they do not see us.
You wait to see the map.
I'll be right back with the ales, gents.
I took the liberty of ordering 2 ales and something to eat.
Thank you, I'm very hungry.
I don't know why, but I feel like as if we are very close to the end of our quest.
I have the same feeling, but I do not understand the next part of the map, though.
That is a problem. I think it would be safe to bring it out here and look at it.
Up here? In front of all these people?
There. What do others see when they look at the map?
Nothing.
Exactly. We can pretend that we are looking at anything we like. None of them will be any wiser.
Okay.
For heaven's sakes, boys, stop looking around like you're looking at a magic map.
Sorry. Supper will be by now.
Thank you. You need to relax. You're drawing attention to us.
Sorry.
Let's look at the map.
And what do you have?
Just bring us around there.
You sure that's all I can give you?
Actually,
Yes, that is all.
I'll bid you to fetch us our ales. Leave us to our business.
thank you, Jim.
No problem.
I just don't understand what we're supposed to do with it.
It looks like a picture of something.
The last time the map was blank, except for a picture, we touched the picture and it revealed a clue. This time we touch the picture and it disappears for a minute and comes back. It is pointing at us.
What does it look like to you?
It looks like two smiles. Nothing.
It looks like two closed eyes.
Nothing. Mary,
I hear a voice.
I don't hear a voice.
Well, I hear something, but it sounds like gibberish in another language.
Can you close your eyes and repeat it?
Ibid Dibe Dibe, Ibid Tiber, Dibe Dibe, Ibid Tiber, Tabu Mabar Mabo Ibid, Mabin Dibe, Wibet, Dibe Dibe Bibe Fiber, Dibe Dibe Bibe Fiber, Tiber Yibid Dibe.
I know this.
What is it?
Close your eyes and repeat it.
Ibid Dibe Dibe, Ibid Tiber, Dibe Dibe, Ibid Tiber, Tabu Mabar Mabo Ibid, Mabin Dibe, Wibet, Dibe Dibe Bibe Fiber, Dibe Dibe Bibe Fiber, Tiber Yibid Dibe. Yeah.
If the day after tomorrow is Monday, then what is the day before yesterday? Boy, it's another riddle! Sorry for the spectacle. Me and my young friend here, we were just practicing for our act. You may want to catch us. We'll be performing in... What was the name of the village we just passed through?
Gray Meadows.
In Gray Meadows. We'll be performing in Gray Meadows. You may want to catch us. We'll be performing next week. Now where were we?
Tuesday.
What?
That's the answer. If the day after tomorrow is Monday, that would make today Friday. So the day before yesterday would be Tuesday. Tuesday is the answer to the riddle.
Tuesday is it, Barry? I'm beginning to think we are both meant to read this map. How else would we have gotten past this riddle? Only you can hear the voice. Only I can understand the coded language.
I think you're right, Zach.
Look, lad, was I not right when we were very close to the end of our quest? We are perhaps 3 hours away. We shall rest here for the night and resume our quest tomorrow. Here's the final princess.
Could anyone hear what they said?
Tuesday.
No. Could anyone hear what they said about the castle?
I think they said we were ghosts.
Yes, I think so too. Perhaps you three should go find us lodging for the night. I'm unknown to them, so I can try to sit closer, listen in on their conversations, report it back to me.
Brilliant idea, Jim.
Thank you.
You will be sure to report back to us.
Of course.
Well, let us be on our way then.
Zagger?
What is it, lad?
we're both meant to read the map, then who gets the princess?
I hadn't thought of that.
You can have her. I'm just the son of an innkeeper and I stutter. She wouldn't want me anyways.
I wouldn't sell yourself short, lad. She might prefer you. After all, my scar might disgust her. Let us first find the princess and see what develops from there.
Sacker?
Yes, lad?
I hope you don't mind me asking, but how did you get that scar on your face?
A woman.
A woman?
Yes. And that is the only reason for genuineness. She is still alive. Let us retire and speak no more of this woman. We have a princess to rescue tomorrow. Yeah, second thought. Innkeeper, 2 more weddings.
Excuse me.
Ladies, may I introduce you to Merrick Jensen and Zachar, just Zach. Gentlemen, may I introduce you to...
My name is Elena.
Elena.
And this is Pearl.
We are very pleased to meet you both.
What just happened?
Merrick, this must be some form of magic. Which one do you think is the princess?
I think it must be this one. Look how the other one is dressed.
Yes, I think you are right. We should probably figure out why they are moving. Let's look at the map and see if there's anything there that can help us. It's another picture. Press it and see what happens.
It's another riddle.
How can you throw a ball as hard as possible and have it come back to you? It is not attached to anything. No one catches it and throws it back to you, and it doesn't bounce off it.
It sounds pretty simple.
Yes, it does. How did you get here?
We were rescued by this young man, Jack, after you abandoned us.
What the devil do you want?
Why only was ours, of course. You stole that map from us.
It was my first. I merely took it back.
Yes, the Countess told us that she sold it to you.
The Countess?
Yes, this was whoever's been reading the map and thought to leave us tied up to die like what? By now, I'd imagine she's gone away with your man who was meant to save us.
Merrick, come over here. We shall deal with this kindly.
I can't.
What? You have the map, boy. Just bring it to
I
us.
can't. Haven't you noticed that the princess and these other people have been frozen by some sort of magic?
Yeah.
Some sort of magic is at play here, and the map has given us another riddle to solve.
Well, then, why don't you just bring the map over here, and we can all solve it together. We will be safe from that scoundrel. Huh. Right.
Tiger is no thief. He's an honorable man and only wants to protect the princess. Besides, I would have not gotten this far if it wasn't for him. It has both taken he and I to solve the riddles. I believe that we are meant to do it together.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
What is this riddle?
Swords down first. But we don't have all day. All right. How do you throw a ball as hard as you can and have it come back to you? It is not attached to anything. Nobody's there to throw it back to you, and it does not bounce off anything.
Okay, all right. Meeting. One moment. You are not the diamond man of the sea, so I work at trajectories and angles and things such as that. So I obviously know the answer. It's simple. We have to throw the ball all the way around the world.
The world is flat. It'll fall right off the edge.
Should I just ask her? I think I'm just going to ask her. All right, we give up. What's the answer?
May I?
Of course!
Throw the ball straight in the air. See? No
Elena
roller.
and ours! Elena, your father made a provision that you should not fall into the wrong hands. Upon the successful reading of the map, if evil should enter the castle, then we would all immediately become statues, thereby foiling any attempt to claim the map's treasure.
How dare you? We've waited such a long time for someone to come, and this is what we get? Say your prayers, you boiled-brained codpiece.
Peace.
That's all you've got?
You're going to be free out.
Stop! Everyone stop! Young Merrick here has just pointed something out to me.
Yes, if you are to all be frozen the instant evil entered the castle, then evil cannot be within us.
That is correct. We were here first and talking with the Gora, and then you prior to the spell taking effect. Furthermore, as much as I would like to blame them, it probably was not these newcomers either. Captain, did you not mention that the Countess is following those for you the map?
Yes, she left us to follow you.
Then I would conclude that the Countess has entered the castle, for she is the most vile evil thing that I know of.
Okay.
How clever of you. Really, I took you for a much less intelligent man. When I took the map back from you, you really were such a handsome young man. Too bad. It looks like the cuts I made on your face has healed poorly. Tisk, tisk. Such a shame to have marred such a handsome face. Well, it appears as though I may have been outmaneuvered.
You must have actually remember.
Very wise. Now, I really don't care about any princess, but I do care about the riches that come with her. So if you wouldn't mind handing me those riches, I'll be on my way.
Well, Countess,
Serena,
as much as we would love to oblige to you and save this young man's life, I must be truthful. There is no princess here, and the riches that were rumored to go with this non-existent princess, those do not exist either.
it is not advisable to toy with me, young lady.
Let go of him! Yes, Jack. I could not let any harm come to you.
Oh, Jack! Vincent, you can stop pretending! I know you know who I am!
What?
It's me! Brianna! Vincent, you see? Our love was meant to be! You knew who I was, even when you thought you didn't!
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Gregory, take that awful woman to the dungeon. You two, take your companion into the next room. You'll find a bed to lie him on. I will get towels and water to wash him from the kitchen. Move!
I've been since Rome. I've dealt with many things like this before. The keys, be slowly, careful. All right.
What you said earlier about there not being a princess.
No princess.
It doesn't matter. I did not really care about marrying a princess at all.
Well, it was the riches you wanted, right?
No, I just wanted to save somebody that was being held captive. captive against their will.
And you? Were you hoping for riches?
I cannot lie, my lady. It would be nice to have a bit more than what I have now. But no, I came here to right a wrong. It had an adventure along the way. Actually, I'm a bit relieved you are the princess.
And why is that, sir?
Well, I was hoping we might... You're very good with a sword. I was hoping we might fight. Not fight, but spar. This isn't coming out right.
I think I know what you mean.
Elena, where do you want to do the gold?
Gold?
I thought that you said you weren't a princess. Are you a princess or not?
No, but it's hard to explain.
Why don't you stay for supper and we can tell you the whole story?
I would like that very much.
Well, you see, it all started. Elena's father was a wizard. 100 years ago, he cast a spell. And then, wow.
Good night, Mr. Cooper.
Good night, Mrs. Jensen. Dinner was lovely as usual.
Come back tomorrow and it'll be lamb. Daniel, when you're finished cleaning, if you're going back, wash dishes, then go home.
Yes, ma'am. Mother?
Merrick? Oh, Merrick, it's been so long I almost gave you up for dead.
Mother, this is Pearl. Pearl, this is Mother.
Please to meet you, ma'am.
Is this the princess?
No, Mother. This is my future wife.
Oh, my goodness, I have a daughter.
Mary, for some reason, Captain Sinker wanted me to ask if your mother was near any meat cleavers.
Elena.
Is this the princess?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Mrs. Jensen, but I am no princess.
I'm confused. My son left the captain and a crazy one to rescue a princess. He was supposed to bring back jewels for me.
Mother.
Mrs. Jensen, it is a very long story, and we would love to tell you all about it, but we have come a great distance, and Merrick made mention of the wonderful food you prepared. Perhaps we could assist you.
Of course, where we met, you must be Spanish.
And let me assure you, we do have some rules for you.
Oh, then I won't be needing meat cleaver for that captain.
Captain, it is safe to come in now. There are no meat cleavers in sight.
I cannot believe that Elena agreed to finance a ship for him.
I think she wanted to make sure he was as far away as possible.
Well, I wasn't actually afraid. I merely did not want to cause Mrs. Jensen any undue distress when she learned I had not brought her back any jewels, so...
Where's Brianna? We left her with you.
Oh, do not fear. She's outside with Nancy.
Nancy?
Yes, my sister has taken quite a liking to her and would like her to accompany us on our ship.
I knew that Vincent's death in her heart, but I did not think it would force her to befriend Nancy.
Yeah.
Vincent was so loyal and brave. When we carried him back to the kitchen, I did not know he was so badly wounded. But that countess, she knew right where to place her dagger. I'll never find another life.
I know exactly how you feel. 2 years ago, I lost my wolf.
So, I've decided to take Nancy up on her offer to sail to new lands and perhaps have an adventure or two. Besides, Nancy should not be the only woman along the ship. We can keep each other company.
Arr! The one who got to mess with this gal.
Is this the princess?
No, Mother, this is Brianna. Let's all sit down and have dinner and tell Mother the whole story.
Yes, please. Hi, Miss Jensen.
Sit right here.
You see, my father was a wizard, and because of my birthmark, he thought that no man would ever want to marry me.
I haven't been born yet.
What?
Just listen.
He cast a spell over 100 years ago, and we've been waiting ever since for someone to read the map and find us.
Map?
There was an enchanted map, and it turned out that Zachary and Merrick here were the only ones who could read it.
Just you
who will spend the rest of her days in the dungeon there.
Yes, and you shall meet my mother and Gregory at our wedding.
They should be here within the week. They went back to Gregori's old village to see if he had any family left.
Why did you get married?
Then, who is Brianna and why is she dressed like a boy?
Mother, let's start back from the beginning. When I left here, we stopped in an estate to ask if